Hello, everyone. This is Liam, the extra large leprechaun for miirish.com and Live in the Pub. I would like to welcome you to today's podcast as originally broadcast on Q90.1 Delta College Public Radio and made possible with the production assistance of the White Crow Conservatory of Music in Saginaw, Michigan. If you enjoy today's podcast, we encourage you to visit our Facebook pages and let us know. Like Live in the Pub, Q90.1 Delta College Public Radio, the White Crow Conservatory of Music, miirish.com, and our podcast sponsors like biddymurphy.com. If you would like to become a podcast sponsor, email us at miirish.com@gmail.com. Now, enjoy your Live in the Pub podcast.
Hello and welcome to Live in Your Pub. I'm your host, Zig Zeitler. My co-host Susan is not here right at the present. Maybe she might pop in, I'm not sure. But she's been a busy girl with some things lately. But anyway, we are going to hear some good Irish music today. And I'm going to start out today with the Make 'em in Spain Brothers Live. This is a great CD. I always love the way these guys sing. They got a great voices, just wonderful, just great stuff. We are going to listen to Jolly Wagoner, Queensland Whalers, When We Danced in Donegal, and Calling Me Home. Four great tunes, again, off the Make 'em in Spain's live album. And I hope everybody's enjoying their summer and having a good time and getting those trips in and vacations and such. So let's hear a little Make 'em in Spain's.
When first I went a waggoning did go. It filled my poor old parents' hearts with sorrow, grief and woe. And many are the hardships that since I've undergone. Sing, oh, me lads, sing, oh, drive on, me lads, drive on. Who wouldn't be for all the world a jolly wagoner? When it's melting down with rain, my lads, I get wetted to the skin. But I bear it with contented heart until I reach the inn. And I sit down a drinking with the landlord and his kin. Sing, oh, me lads, sing, oh, drive on, me lads, drive on. Who wouldn't be for all the world a jolly wagoner? But things is greatly altered now, and wagons few are seen. The world's turned topsy-turvy, lads, and things are run by steam. And the whole world passes before me just like a morning dream. Sing, oh, me lads, sing, oh, drive on, me lads, drive on. Who wouldn't be for all the world a jolly wagoner? My things is greatly altered now, but then what can we do? The folks in power don't pay no heed to the likes of me and you. So it's hardship for us workmen, lads, and a fortune for the few. Sing, oh, me lads, sing, oh, drive on, me lads, drive on. Who wouldn't be for all the world a jolly wagoner? Well, Martin Mass is coming, lads, what pleasures we shall see. Like chaff before the wind, me lads, our money it will flee. And every lad shall take his lass and he'll have her on his knee. Sing, oh, me lads, sing, oh, drive on, me lads, drive on. Who wouldn't be for all the world a jolly wagoner? Sing, oh, me lads, sing, oh, drive on, me lads, drive on. Who wouldn't be for all the world a jolly wagoner? Sing, ho, you Queensland whalers, who've got the sugar cane and driven the herds of cattle o'er the dry and dusty plain. You've dug the ore at Isa, laid countless miles of rail, and now you come to Morton Bay to catch the humpback whale. I've sailed the North Atlantic where the ice blows in the breeze. I've roamed the Dutch West Indies in the calm blue sunny seas. When I think of ships and seamen, my thoughts return again to a season spent in Moreton Bay with Queensland whaling men. Sing, ho, you Queensland whalers who've cut the sugar cane and driven the herds of cattle o'er the dry and dusty plain. You've dug the ore at Isa, laid countless miles of rail, and now you come to Moreton Bay to catch the humpback whale.
The man up in the crow's nest is whaling legends go. He looks across the water, then he cries out, there she blows. But here in sunny Queensland, you'll sometimes hear them shout, there goes a bloody beauty, boy, so get your finger out. Sing,
oh, you Queensland whalers who've cut the sugar cane and driven the herds of cattle o'er the dry and dusty plain. You've dug the ore at Isa, laid countless miles of rail, and now you come to Moreton Bay to catch the humpback whale.
And when our fuel was running low, we'd sail to Brisbane town, and at the nearest boozer, oh, our sorrows we would drown. With beer and fiery whiskey and plunks of vintage rare, we'd steer a steady zigzag course without a blasted care, singing,
oh, you Queensland whalers who've cut the sugar cane and driven the herds of cattle o'er the dry and dusty plain. You've dug the ore at Isa, laid countless miles of rail, and now you come to Moreton Bay to catch the humpback whale. Hurrah, the season's over and we shall all return to greet our wives and sweethearts and to have a little fun. We'll rant like cattle drovers and roar like whaling men, and when the season starts next year, you'll find us back again. Sing, oh, you Queensland whalers who cut the sugar cane and driven the herds of cattle o'er the dry and dusty plain. You've dug the ore at Isa, laid countless miles of rail, and now you come to Moreton Bay to catch the humpback whale. Sing, oh, you Queensland whalers who cut the sugar cane and driven the herds of cattle o'er the dry and dusty plain. You've dug the ore at Isa, laid countless miles of rail, and now you come to Moreton Bay to catch the humpback whale.
I remember the cattle were ill that year, for the winter was long and cold, and the old man was cursing near all the day when he drove them to town to be sold. I told him that Jimmy had the loan of a car and was driving to Donegal town, and I asked could he drive all the cattle, just himself and the hound. Ah, but that
was long ago, when the roads were driven slow. A man could whistle gaily if he had a girl or no. When the piper played his tunes and the Farity would call, the night when first I met you and we danced in Donegal.
we took the roads through Killybegs and we drove by Inverbay, overtaking a tractor before Mount Charles who was towing a fresh load of hay. The farmer he winked and his wee dog he barked as he pulled to the side to give way, and as sure as the weather he went home for a drop of the hay. Ah, but that
was long ago, when the roads were driven slow. A man could whistle gaily if he had a girl when the piper played his tunes, and the Farity would call. The night when first I met you, and we danced in Donegal.
The door to the barn was open, and the smoke was billowing out, and the Farity was taking requests, and the dancers all started to shout. He called out the siege of Ennis, and the crowd fairly gave out a cheer, and I knew fairly well that the night would be magic in here. Ah, but that
was long ago, when the roads were driven slow. A man could whistle gaily if he had a girl or no. When the piper played his tunes, and the Farity would call. The night when first I met you, and we danced in Donegal.
Then Jimmy, he tugged the arm of my shirt, and he pointed away to the wall. And I saw you and wondered why the prettiest girl wasn't dancing with no one at all. He told me a girl that was pretty as you wouldn't dance with a farmer as I. And I knew he was right, but I'd be damned if I still wouldn't try. For it wasn't so long ago, when the roads were driven slow, but a man can still whistle gaily if he has a girl or no. And the piper plays his tunes, and the Farity still calls, and I always will remember when we danced in Donegal. On a trawler bound from Frisco, I rode the rolling sea, chasing down the big fish, never feeling quite at ease. But when the voyage ended, we docked up at the pier. The call of home grew louder with every round of beer. Calling me home, boys, home. Calling me home, boys, home. The sweet voice of New England is calling me home. Down with southern miners in a tomb below the ground. Well, I never saw the light of day or heard a friendly sound, till that sweet voice came singing through 50 miles of stone. That sweet voice of New England was calling me home. Calling me home, boys, home. Calling me home, boys, home. The sweet voice of New England is calling
at a ranch up in Montana, working cattle for my pay. Well, I'd sooner stoke the fires of hell than go back one more day. Oh, a man's a fool to ramble, to wander or to roam. A man's a fool to ever leave his sweet New England home. Calling me home, boys, home. Calling me home, boys, home. The sweet voice of New England is calling me home. Calling me home, boys, home. Calling me home, boys, home. The sweet voice of New England is calling me home.
All right, that was the Make 'em in Spain's. Nice stuff. That let's see, what tune was that on? I think it was when we danced in Donegal. Liam Spain on the mandolin. That was some nice mandolin playing. I like that. It was a nice touch there. Liam does the vocals, guitar, mandolin, and bouzouki. Also harmonica. Connor Makem on vocals, bass and whistle, and Shane Makem on vocals, nylon guitar, and bowron. Very nice album. Let's move on, though, to some other stuff. Speaking of the name of Liam the extra large Leprechaun will be here a little bit later with the schedule, of course. So let's not forget about that. I'm going to bring up some Screaming Orphans, one of our bands we had at the Great Lakes gathering one year. And we had them, actually we had to make them in Spain's there too. So that was two great winning bands. Screaming Orphans, everybody just loved these ladies. Wonderful ladies. Joanne Diver on drums, percussion, and vocals. Angela Diver on bass, fiddle, and vocals. Brianna Diver on acoustic guitar, banjo, mandolin, and vocals. I hope I pronounced that right. Marie Teresa, I hope that's pronounced right also, Diver on accordion, keyboards, and vocals. So these gals are all related. Wonderful vocals. Of course, that family thing where you get that family thing where they all sing and they just have those vocals that blend so well together. I don't know what that is, but it's so often that happens. We are going to hear the Dance With Me EP by the Screaming Orphans. We're going to play this in its entirety. There's only 4 tunes, so we're going to hear the whole thing here. Keep on Knocking, the Swedish one, Dance With Me, and Geronimo. So let's hear the Screaming Orphans. And also remember that the Screaming Orphans have a real rock side to them too. So some of the stuff is going to be a little more rock oriented, but they are from Ireland and they do a lot of Irish stuff also. So let's hear that.
This is not at all see you like Geronimo. Take their boats tonight. Got no hero, no one I know. I will work all night. No one sees me, no one needs me. I am on my own. There's nobody that I can talk to on this road I walk through. How can I catch a falling star? How can I get to where you are? I had no honeymoon. You left me long ago. God knows I tried to save my pride. I just could not make it alright. Gotta keep on going onwards, keep on going forwards, keep on going on and on. Don't think what they've got, now won't think what I'm not. How can I catch a falling star? How can I get to where you are?
All right, that was the Screaming Orphans again with the Dance With Me EP. A little bit more on the rock side. An example of Irish musicians playing rock and roll. They do a lot of Irish stuff too, as they did at the Great Lakes Gathering. But this is a nice take. Wonderful, wonderful voices. Wonderful band. The lovely ladies when they came to the Great Lakes Gathering. They were just lovely to be with and hang out with. And we had a great time and really enjoyed these ladies. So let's move on. Oh, here comes Liam. Let's get the schedule, Liam. Let's hear what's going on. Liam, the extra large leprechaun.
Well, hello everybody. Hi Zig, how you doing? It is Liam the Extra Large Leprechaun, and I am here at the Dirty Tree Pub with all my friends. Hey Zig, did you notice that Donna has a Band-Aid over her eye? And I mean, if you look closely, even her husband there, Senior, looks like maybe he's got a couple of black eyes. Now, don't get it wrong. They haven't been fighting. It was the annual trip out on the pontoon boat with Donna's great Uncle Leroy. Uncle Leroy's getting up there in age, but every year, right around the 4th of July, he insists that Donna and Senior and Junior and anybody else come out and go for a ride on Lake Ragusa, which really, it's not really a lake, it's just a big pond. You all know it's a man-made lake. But anyways, he's getting up there. You know there's problems when they've installed seat belts on the captain's chair of a pontoon boat. The younger family members were so afraid he was going to hurt himself. Everybody on the lake, they know to stay out of his way when he pulls the boat out, the pontoon. Many of them carry those canned air horns just to warn him if he's getting too close. But in general, if anybody sees Uncle Leroy starting the boat up, they just pretty much put their toys and their boats and their sea-doos and all those things up to the dock and just hope that he doesn't hit them. So that was the case last week when Donna and Sean Sr. went out to visit him. And apparently they had a rough landing coming back in, hit the dock pretty hard. Leroy's fine, of course. He was belted in. But everybody else on the boat got lurched forward. Nobody got hurt too bad except Sean's black eyes, which he's been having to explain all day long, all week now. So there you have what happened with them. Let's get right into what's happening in Irish music and entertainment around the state of Michigan this week, starting today, July the 11th. Of course, the show's on, not a lot going on. Nothing special until Thursday. We have a new posting that happens every week in Grand Rapids. There is some set dancing and set dance instruction every Thursday night at 7:30 at St. Casimir 6th Street Hall upstairs. You can learn Kaylee and set dancing. It's a lot of fun. Beginners are always welcome and encouraged. The hall is air conditioned, and you should give that a try if you're ever over in Grand Rapids. Even worth the try to learn some set and Kaylee dancing. And then, well, you know what else is on Thursday? And well worth the drive. Well, now, if you're over in the Grand Rapids area by Lowell, Toby Bresnahan, our buddy from Pete and the Creel, is doing a solo gig at the New Union Brewery. But starting Friday and running Friday and Saturday, it's big news. It's not a terrible drive. Great entertainment. It is the Celine Celtic Festival, Friday night and all day Saturday. Check it out. We really think that you'll find some great stuff going on there. All the information, of course, is on miirish.com for the weekend. But if you can't make it over to Celine, well, you know, there's something special going on that you should look out. 12:30, I love it every year down at Celine. I go down, I'm the MC on one of the stages. But they got actual jousting going on. Kind of a medieval kind of feel to the whole thing. And the first one will be 12:30 on Saturday. So if you can make it down to Celine, you like horses, and you want to watch guys in armor with great big poles trying to hurt each other, that's always well worth the drive down to the Celine area. And the festival itself is great. Really good entertainment lined up this year. Then there's our buddy Toby, Saturday night in Lansing, not a fire drive, down to the Claddagh Irish Pub. So look at all that stuff. Sunday, a lot of our regular sessions and radio shows. And in Ferndale, Stone Clover is at the Pig and Whiskey Festival at 7:30. So there you have it. We got Monday is all our radio shows. And Pete and the Creel, we talked about them earlier. They're going to be at Belding Music in the Park that day. So there you have it, everybody. Lots of stuff happening, especially the Celine Celtic Festival. And as always, my friends, stay Irish.
We sure will, Liam. Thank you for the schedule. We're going to move on here. Some the Spilladois. I hope that's pronounced right. I'm not good with Gaelic. We're going to do some set tunes. John Henry's, Martin Wayne's, number 4, Miss McDonald. Then we're going to go on to The Pipe on the Hob, Winnie Hayes. Also Old Tipperary as a set tune also. I think you're really going to enjoy this band. They have a unique sound of their own. Very nice stuff. Very, very nice stuff. So let's hear a little bit of They are Chris Bain on fiddle, bouzouki, and viola. Sean Gavin on flute. Elin pipes. Brian O'Hart on vocals, concertina and whistle, Brian Miller on guitar and flute, and Jackie Moran on bowron, tenor banjo, percussion, backing vocals, and low whistle. Special thanks to Katie Else on track 4, which we will hear. Beulah, and of course Sean Gavin, he needs no introduction, you know him. So let's hear it. Okay, that was Beulah. Great stuff. I love that. We're getting ready to sign off here now. We're going out now. This is Zig Zeitler. Susan's not with me today. This is live in the pub here at the Dirty Tree Pub. And don't forget to check out our websites, our Facebook pages, and all that sort of stuff. You can always drop in here at the White Crow Conservatory and say hello and let us know what you like to hear. We'd love to talk to you, hear what kind of stuff you enjoy hearing also. So, feel free to do that. We're going to end out the day here with Martin Rochford's and Green Gowned Lass by Martin Hayes and Dennis Cahill. Wonderful fiddle player, wonderful guitar player. It's the Hayes Cahill Live in Seattle CD. Let's hear it. See you next week, right here, live in the pub.